It's a different one.
It's a different one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang it.
So for some reason, something weird stuff happened. Our broadcast started and stopped it. So sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Weird things happen.
Yeah, and now I have to.
Okay, so Amy tried to do stuff.
I'm sorry. Yep. I'm trying to do stuff.
Okay. Till Amy trying to manage.
Oh, this is us live.
There you go. Oh, you found the live.
We found it, and now our.
For some.
Hopefully they'll find it.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can find us.
Sorry.
You want to turn down?
Well, it works.
Okay. Well, as usual, it seems like you prepare, you do like the best things, and for some reason, one broadcast stopped, another started. Sometimes it does happen.
Yeah, it got dropped. Sorry.
For some reason, what we're using software, it should be actually keep it up, but it did not. Oh, well, anyway, we start new one.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hope you can find us.
Yes. What we
You guys were all looking forward to it. We're here.
Yeah. What we're going to do is speak about Disney Studio tour. It is in Burbank. The studio was opened in 1940s, and only gold members. D23 can visit. Some other ones.
Only? I thought regular ones.
Well, regular can, but I think it's a
pretty
schedule.
much the gold members pick it up before anybody else.
And it's a show book you can do only once in a year.
Right.
Well, we was lucky enough to going there, but what's happening? They don't let you take any videos. Before in a store you can, but now you cannot take period any videos at all, only photos. So what is happening now? You guys will have it. Like, in old time, people have photo cameras, they make slides, and then your old uncle, aunt coming, put it in a dark room, and all kids force it, sit down and watch this slide shows.
Is that how you experienced it?
Well, it's how Simpsons' experience was.
Oh.
When Selma and other ones was. But
I
it's a
remember
joke.
being excited for the slideshows at my grandma and grandpa's house.
So, and what we're doing, we're going to have a slideshow, but you'll see also partially our faces, so we can tell what's actually happened there.
Yeah. Oh, man, I was looking at those pictures just a little bit ago, and it just, it made me happy. I loved that tour. I love that tour so much.
Wow. I'm cuffed. Okay. So this is, when you come there, you come from the front door. Come to the security guy, and he look on the list and verify with you, and after says, there's your name tag. So you put your name tag. I think we still have it. It's kind of clip on.
Yeah, I can see it right. Yeah, we did. I found yours when I was cleaning up, but not mine.
Okay, and after this, you kind of group you where the interesting things was there, that we were scheduled. We come way early before, not way, but like hour before.
Because we're geeks and nerds, and we really wanted to.
But the person says, hey, other group is very small. You can go early there. So it was kind of good about this. However, here's a small tips. If you come too late, you can go to the Disney store. They had a very nice store with merchandise if you want some memorabilia, but it's closing. So if you go last sessions, the store will be closed at that time, so you cannot go there. But you can go to the store before, but then you need to have all the bags dragging around with you. So it's kind of wished this way.
Yeah.
But we did not know, because after we went, the store was kind of started already closing, I think, was a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
They
kind of a little
bit. Right at
yeah, about
5
something like this. But it is if you want to get some memorabilia, and I got some cat, some other stuff.
I got a really cool pullover sweater that I'll wear when we go on our trip.
It's just memories, just cool memories there.
Very cool memories. Also a diary, of course. I got a diary.
So, and this is, by the way, this is image. It's where the store is kind of outside, and they have an additional building on the side, on the right side from this one, where I think you can see a little corner right there, and it's where they meet up and kind of was determining what's going on. I think planning things. So this is a store, and you can go before and you can go after. and they have it like from back entrance, other ones. And by the way, in that store, they have a Disney store, and they have a Pixar store there, and they have it some employees store. So some all that stuff. Most merchandise and pins and everything exclusive, so you cannot find them anywhere. So it's kind of nice
Yeah.
if you do this. Okay, I think we lost some people, yeah?
Yeah, we lost some people.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hopefully you catch up and you find us. So.
Yeah. So our first slide, and I'm actually first thinking take the slides, put them back forward, but after like nope, as we shot, as we was there.
So we just wandered into the store before while we were waiting,
Yeah.
and there were really fun
Yeah,
things
so
in there.
it was kind of nice, but again, you don't want drag with you. You kind of look around the stuff, you know, general. Well, when you walk out, if you look on this image right there, you can see it's have a cafeteria, and we had so the prices. It is if you not gold member, if you just did 23 member, it's 129 plus 7 processing fees, so about 135. And if you gold member, you have $50 off. But you also can have a special VIP tour, and VIP tour included eating in their own cafeteria with all the people there.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
I didn't
you
know
can.
that.
Well, they were sold out. Those ones has gone very fast. So you can have a special VIP tour. We was just on a gold member tour. It's where we went. But right there you can see it's cafeteria, and it's supposed to be nice food. You know, it's not a restaurant or anything. It's cafeteria. So yeah. And so it's another the store kind of look. It's where it was ready. And this is interesting. Up front right there, you can see it's a Mickey. Well, let's get closer to this. And that Mickey is actually, I forgot what year they was creating this one. That Mickey. But it's like a bush. It's a wireframe, and they put it plants, and it's come from Disney World, I think, or not. You remember it was? I think it's come from Disney World, and they had some problems with it's keep on dying and other stuff because
so
plants.
they brought it because it needed drier air.
No, it's from Florida. I think it's opposite. Anyway,
they
had some problem, but it's alive, and they did it. And it's kind of interesting because it's a bush.
Yeah, topiary.
Yeah, it's all kind of interesting.
It looked really good. It looked a lot better in real life than it looked on that picture there.
So next, when you walk, you have multiple stages kind of going around, and they bring you to the corner. I don't know if it's right here. There you go. You can see this corner. And interesting things, because when we come there, it was another group of the people was older.
Yeah.
People was there, and they was chatting. They know each other. Looked like old maybe animators or somebody was there.
It almost looked like that.
Yeah,
it's almost. Yeah. They felt very like they were very familiar with that place and in that place, and so who knows?
Well, and you want to tell about this corner? What is that was?
Pluto's Corner. You know what? I remember there's a really cool story, and I can't remember the story. Can you remember? Can you remember the story
About
Pluto's Corner? Are you saying I can't? So
no, I'm doing some stuff cleaning right there, so that people kind of know. So the you want?
Oh, I don't remember the story of the Pluto Corner. So do you want me to?
Yeah, well. Anyway, it was some interesting story about this, and you can see they have this fire hydrant there because of this all this. They're very interesting.
Pluto didn't have a street, so they gave him a corner.
Yeah, something like that. Actually, it was a fun story, but I don't remember. Well, you know what? Vision is second to go when you get older. But it was very fun because a lot of people was by there standing, they chatting, all this. And it's just before the other studios when you're going in. So from this corner, and we went to the right side from there. Look very beautiful. By the way, it's all green, all nice, very beautiful look. When you go closer,
I love the architecture, that mid-century architecture.
yeah, well,
there, right?
it's built in 1940s. So
Yeah.
he started the
You can
studio
just,
in
like-
1940s when he built. Not every building you see there. It was one building when he built it, and
It reminded me of one of the elementary schools I went to.
yeah, and well, it is.
It
It's
was
the
the same
design.
architecture. It's probably nostalgia, besides it being Disney, right?
And of course, they have a lot of hidden things there.
So
Like-
many.
So many. This is the actual sound stage on your right. It's where there was, I think, this Kingdom Planet of Apes. I think it
Yeah.
was that time. So the like benches, example, I love it because like Disney character on the benches, they're all beautifully
Yeah.
done. Very nice. Okay, and then you're going to animation studio, and I'm the animation, the cell animation. It's very close to me personally because when I was a little in Soviet Union, I studied in a studio, so I draw my first cartoon. I remember I had this celluloid, the clean plastic sheets. I was washing them out of their previous and draw my own, and we have
For
a
me,
huge
just
cameras.
to, like, you had to wash out your
Yes.
artwork.
Not mine. The worst part's about, I remember I watched some other cartoons from Soyuz Multfilm, which is some of those slides.
What?
I look.
What?
They already used one, but this sad part. Some of those now they're worth a lot. I look
They
cartoons. Oh, it was that cartoon I was washing out.
Oh man.
But they donating to us because it was like for young kids, and we need to do some way. Yes, so I was washing out this celluloid so they clean. Then I have it paper, and then I outline. I did every step. I did from ink, from the concept, drawing, inking, coloring, everything.
I knew you'd washed them out. I thought it had been like you guys were just reusing it amongst yourselves, and it was
No,
like
no,
your
no, no.
little. No, they were
They
doing
will-
like real archived cartoons
Yeah, they
that had
never-
been published.
Well, they never
Or
give it
really.
us good stuff.
Yeah, but that's
Good go to the
that's
studios.
the better than the good. It's
Well,
worse than the
who
good.
cares? You know how many stuff of the Disney was throwing away?
I know.
It's just because. Well, actually, you'll see a slide where they have a
if
storage
they had
area.
known, if they had known, they would have kept them so they could be like.
They sell
don't
them
know,
after, but they
yeah,
throw
they
them
sell 'em.
away. They literally because it's nobody cares that time.
That. Okay. Oh, we'll go there when we get to that part.
But anyway,
it reminds me of a
reason,
story, though.
It's a reason why the animation studio is so close to me because I used to do this. I used to run these cameras. I done all steps. I create my cartoon. It was on a international festival, so we did like so much cool things there. Yes, I was a real animator, so it was doing a cameraman. So for me, it was
Ponticru found us.
cool.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Oh, glad you guys have found us.
Yes,
and-
I know our first link died.
Ah, that was.
And you know, they don't let you
Unfortunate.
restart. I know, it's
They
kind of
don't
weird.
let you just
no,
restart it.
No.
That
Evil,
really
evil
is
people.
unfortunate.
Okay. So, anyway, this animation studio, and going inside, this kind of was fun. We have a very nice guide tour. This was very good, pleasant. And here are some details, how say you can see on the ground, some hidden, and you'll see later some hidden Mickeys. They also have a lot of interesting stuff. Well, when you go in a studio, they actually don't let you. You cannot film it. Yes, as I said before, you can take
No
only
video.
pictures, but in specific areas. Some
Some
areas,
pictures they don't let you. Yeah.
like example, LucasArt, they're showing, look, it's a LucasArt. You can see Star Wars. No pictures. They're just appearances. Nope, you cannot take photos. You cannot do anything. I mean, it was like, wow.
It was. Yeah.
It was top security, worse than Pentagon maybe.
Oh.
Okay. Well, there's a have at least where is what located, and you're kind of going in a room, and they're designed very well because on the walls they have it like gallery, like museum. Yes, you can walk by, and you're going, and they have it all of these drawings on the wall, originals.
That
yes.
was so hard for me because the group had to move faster than I wanted. I wanted to stop and stare at all of them.
Just soak in all that
Just like-
stuff. Yeah.
And I'm a placard, I always read the little signs next, and I'm like, okay, all right,
Right here you can see
I'm coming.
it is the storyboard of the Ville Cruel from the 101
Cruella
Dalmatians.
de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella.
So It was kind of nice, and you can see, you can kind of recognize right there her, I think, on the image. So this is storyboards. It's whatever you do it, and storyboard actually was developed in New York before Walt Disney, but Walt Disney one of the first who adopted, and he actually make it popular. But it's not his original idea, but he did make it very popular. Well, so you can watch all of the stories, and you know the most of them originals,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice. It's like a museum. So concept arts on the walls, and you kind of step through and explain. And you'll notice some of those images they're very long, and usually you see on TV they're like this, yes, 16 by 9 or something resolution, yeah, 3 by 4 or 4 by 3 or whatever the resolution. But if you look right there on the wall, you can see they're long, and the reason is because when you actually do cartoon, you slide them. So because if you did panning,
it's basically like a.
it's a like set, and because your camera doesn't move, but your background is moving, so it's the reason why they have a very long one. Them, you know, so they can move them under on the table, on a filming table, and
I
they can.
still think that's so cool how they did that. All of that.
It is, and that's what's developing everything.
And you know, when you think about it, if I, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of technology paved the way for the kind of special effects that we had in Star Wars. The original, like 1977, they would have the green screen so they could cut it out, and they would have another cell of a different film behind it. And it's animation that gave us that technology, right?
It is, and it's all step by step, you know, because he start, if you remember, he start with a Lefagram before in Kansas City, and where he developed those animations with Alice, you know, and first with his cat looked like Felix, kind of almost Felix, yeah. So they did these things, and that is the steps. But actually, then he already started do rotoscoping, because sometimes people don't understand how early it, and it was before 1923, because 1923 it's when he come to California. So before 1921 and other ones, it's where already people was doing person inside the cartoon. Because many times people say, oh, it's a new, you know, they put it on green screen, all new. No, it's very old technology. And it's one of the first he was doing.
The green screen was just to make things easy.
Easy, yeah. But the rotoscoping, it's meaning when the step in tracing, they're done before. And you can actually watch. If you go to lefogram.com, you can see, well, it's one of my side I'm making, and you can watch actual films there, the public domain, and you can watch those first ones.
He's a nerd.
I'm geeky nerd, yes.
About this animation.
Oh, I love animation. I can talk forever.
All of the history of animation, all of the animation books are up there, are his.
Yeah,
which makes me proud.
Thank you. Oh, I love it. I can speak about this. And if you're interested in animation, actually, I was doing animation studios from California Adventure.
Yeah.
And up front of everyone, actually, I was showing how you can make your own animations. So, and I will show you stop motion. It's actually there. It's on our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Vladimir was,
So you guys can watch. And I actually was showing how you can do a lot of animations
There's
before.
a lot of different kinds of animations.
Yeah. Well, and you can see right here is a concept. It's a lot of concept art. Let's put it this way. I brought the camera with us, and I take so many pictures. Two batteries died.
Go.
Well, I already cleaned up. I already removed a bunch from there.
Oh, okay.
I removed them.
So many.
But this is the point: is I took so many pictures that I ran out of 2 batteries on my camera, and I ended up taking it in with a cell phone. Okay, so right here, and you can see the actual shrine it's flipping, so you have the papers, like very traceable, you draw, and you kind of like almost, you know, flip book, almost like you do flip book, only without to preview animations. So it's just showing how it was done. This one is Beauty and the Beast, if I'm right, concept art. That one is, what is, not Snow White? No, it's the other one.
I can't see very well.
When she turned.
Is that the evil queen?
Yeah, it's a dragon.
It's Snow White, not the.
Well, okay.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty,
dragon.
yeah, it's a Sleeping Beauty
that
one.
Okay.
So this another one, concept art. The art is beautiful. It's people all done by itself. So as you're walking through the hallway, you can see all of this. And then they took you downstairs, right here. to creepy basement. And she's purposely come and showing us and says, look down there. This is where all archives right now store. So if for some reason you're playing the haste for the best of the best stuff in Disney, probably right there you need to go. This is the vault. Heist.
Yeah.
Okay, heist, yeah. Because this is a vault, and that is a vault with all of this stuff.
Now I can tell my story.
Go ahead.
That's what I was like. So, Arthur C. Clarke, who did the Halloween tree. I got, that's not Arthur C. Clarke. Why did that name come? Who was it? Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury.
I'm getting my British science fiction authors mixed up. If Arthur C. Clarke is British. I have these guys like they're kind of in a file right next to each other in my brain. Ray Bradbury, I'm sorry.
Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury was such a fan of Disney, and when he happened to see him, they both lived in LA, and he happened to see him, and he met him, and came together, and he did so much to support. Just like when you tell stories, I can tell a story without me.
Tell.
They just did so much to support, like, each other, and Ray Bradbury, helped out with a few things and would go to bat for Disney in different places. So one time, Walt was like, "You've done so much for us. How can I repay you?" And Ray Bradbury said, "Open the vault."
Open the vault?
Open the vaults. And they let him in there, and he came out with a whole bunch of stuff. So that's pretty cool. I thought it was, is that what you would ask for?
He also did, he also did about the Halloween tree you did with Ray.
I did. I told that story a lot better on a video about how Halloween influenced Disney. But we're almost to Christmas now. So if you want to watch it, it's a remarkable influence. I was very surprised that I think without Anaheim's Halloween Festival, it might not have been in Anaheim Disneyland.
There also, I think you have the real footage there with Ray Bradbury in this video. So it's
the real
it's
footage
not just
of, but I don't have all of it. I linked to the whole. Ray Bradbury was awarded the Halloween tree, and in this, someone filmed the award dinner for that, and he told all these stories. It's just super cool. You can also find out about it at the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco too.
Yeah, we need to go there.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. I just love it that there were such creative people back there working together. I mean, don't get fresh with me.
Okay. He gonna go away.
I'm married.
Okay. Well, this is kind of cool vault, yes? It was very interesting.
I would ask to go to the vault, even if
I
I
know,
couldn't
but
take anything
it's
out.
a close they can take you there.
Can I spend a week in the vault?
Just look down there, there's a vault. Well,
I won't touch any.
Yeah.
White gloves, I'll use white gloves.
After this, they brought you up. Actually, they have it, you remember, archives also. We'll look later on archives also area. So you continue going and they take you through all of this stuff. You look on the pictures, like original Mickey Mouse, other words. I mean, it's all originals.
To my favorite spot?
I don't know, what's your favorite spot?
Walt Disney's office.
Oh, we're going. But you know what, interesting things? So, to go to Disney Studios tour, you actually need to reserve spot. And they're going very fast.
You have to reserve.
Yeah, you need to reserve it. And it's what I says, 120 if you general D23 member, not gold one.
But how far in advance? Do you have to
right now for December?
To get on your phone and
no,
right now?
not that bad.
Not that bad.
But I will say don't go right now because right now Walt Disney office closed for renovation, so you won't go there.
Oh.
So it's why maybe it's more opening right now because people notice this. They want to go
And
there.
I think that's a favorite
It's one of the
spot.
best you want to go. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it's
you'll
worth
see
it.
in a second.
It's
Yeah.
so worth it.
And because yeah, and it's 129 plus $7, 135. It's a normal price per one person, and it is about $80.
Yeah, I think you told the.
Yeah.
price.
Anyway, so and right here you can see a lot of. It's actually the Wish even new
And
one
just
there.
know, he took some of them out.
Oh yeah, I have tons of. Them. So right here you come to
Aw.
his office, and interesting things about the office. Well, we're going closer. You can see more slides. I think this is like room actually 3D. You can look in this. You
I
remember
love
Windows?
that. Yeah, I know.
It
And we
was-
didn't have enough time. I could have just
Yeah, you
stood
Windows
there.
and you
Also,
look, and it's like 3D, and you can see the animation offices. And that one, I think, it's come from when they did TV program about how it's
How they did it.
documentary. Yeah,
That
it's
makes
from that. It's from that time they did it because they're showing all the steps how they're doing production cartoons there. And this is on a way to Walt Disney Studio to his office actually. So of course you have it there. This is, by the way, that one is one of the first with his cat. This is from Lefogram.
Yeah.
So yeah, in his office, he had two secretaries actually later to his office because he was busy, and well, more photos of Walt Disney, and now we're kind of coming to where his secretary was. So this is just before, and one interesting thing is because when you're going inside his office, then they have this path, and it says like, you must stay on a path. It's almost there, almost like mines all over the place. Don't touch, don't breathe, don't do anything. Just stay on this path. It's like plastic protection on the ground, on the carpet. You remember?
Yeah.
The walk-in. So it was kind of very interesting.
That's similar to a lot of historical buildings.
Yeah,
They
and
go and they don't want
a
you.
lot of history. It's all what I'm going right now over. They're actually very good because they tell you what's happening, tell you what on the photos. Kind of very cool tour.
I had to look at things closely with my hands behind my back because I don't want it. I know you shouldn't touch things, but like you're like, oh look, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, and right here we kind of come in a prayer office. It's where secretary was. So right here, oh, this is a torch.
Torch.
This
yeah,
is
the Olympic torch. Who
And
held the Olympic
I don't know,
torch?
right there it says who. Is it too small for us?
Walt Disney, it
Yeah.
says.
Okay. So he like trains, a lot of pictures of trains there.
I like this picture.
It's original chairs.
Yeah, those chairs are original. That's why no
It's
one
a
can-
secretary area.
Yeah, that's
still.
why no one can sit in them. And I guess what it tells me is all they had to do was wrap a little bit of rope around there because everybody who goes in there respects it. But you would like, I would accidentally sit on a chair
Yeah,
if I
well,
were
because
tired,
you think,
right?
yep.
So all they have to do is give you just this little reminder, and then you're like, well, I
And
can't sit
it's
down.
all in this 50s, I think, style. Because
Yeah,
it was,
I mean it's classic.
and you can see even phone. And by the way, this,
And the phone in the other room, not that
yeah,
phone.
yeah. So they're all interesting things. And right here, book where people sign in, who come visit. You have it all your Oscars, everything winning there. I think it's a pipe. Somebody give it to him.
Memorabilias and
all the
stuff,
memorabilia. And there you start going inside actually his office, and you can see the open, and on the floor, I don't know if you can see it, just down right there, like plastic things, his desk, and you kind of walk and you stopped, and you can have plenty of time actually look around, and I take so many pictures.
One of the things that Walt Disney did to rest when he took vacations was traveled. He traveled all over the world, actually. In fact, traveling is how he figured out what Disneyland should be like. He saw things. But yeah, you see a lot of the things from his travels or from things people sent to him, gave to him.
No. So if you look around place where I work here, even you can see I have tons of figurines, everything on my shelves. Yes, all those tchotchkes or whatever you call them, all over places. And I feel like, well, I'm that weird. and I feel much better after I visit his office because he have the same amount. He have tons of
If
all
you
of
want
our
to see
figurines,
everything that's
everything.
in this office, I have a
Someday,
video.
yeah.
I have a
Oh, you
video of
have
the
video of
office,
this, yeah.
remember?
So, and I feel better because I come and I see all of this stuff. And to me, it, some people may say you are hoarding or whatever you, but
A
to
hoarder?
me, yeah, but to me it's not. To me, it is
Oh,
memorabilia.
that's
It is
not hoarding.
inspirational.
That is not hoarding up there.
So, and you can see this is his desk, his original desk. He have a bell on top, at the behind all the stuff. This is kind of on the side because we're staying on the middle of room, and another you can see the couches where people can rest, the table, piano where he the compose music and play.
A lot of the songs that you're just so familiar with were composed on that piano. That was the thing I had to put my hands behind my back and not touch the piano because wow.
So yeah, it was, and on the back you see tons of books there on the shelves. So just let you know, I have a picture close up on all of these books so I can recreate.
Oh really?
all
so
of the books.
we can
See
have
what books they have, and you know what? Sometimes you can laugh, but his office actually was restored after his death, and it's thanks to the I forgot what his name who come, and he took very much photos everything after Walt Disney died. I mean, they take so much detail photos of everything so they can reference, and this is what good about that.
I don't know. I don't think they ever took the office down. Did they?
Well,
I forgot.
they need it restored. They need fixed and see what is anyway.
Well, yeah, they need. But the telephone. Tell the telephone story.
Well, just a second. On the wall, you can see the picture of his daughters there, airplane, and he did have an airplane, and he actually fly. He had pilot, but they flew to Brazil and everything, and he almost crushed it. It's a kind of very interesting story actually about him. His brother don't trust anyone. Him pilot was
Roy?
joking about it was funny things, and I think I have a photo of phone later. I'll show you what is it. They have a bell. This is kind of figurines on the back. He have tons of them. All this kind of very interesting, inspirational. The mouse, the kangaroo. I think it's what people give it to him also, and he like to keep them all the time. So the side table. Yeah.
Are we out?
No, we still be there.
We're still in that office.
Okay. So in his office, well, the books. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures of the books so I can reference afterwards. He have a bell, and next to this, to the bell, he had a he have a phone, cell phone. He have a normal phone on the left side. And what Amy was mentioning about the phone, you want to tell, or you can?
Well, the phone that he always used.
Just normal phone.
Yeah, it's just a regular phone, but he used it. So many things got planned on that phone, and when he passed away, they didn't want. Back then, when you had a phone line, you rented your phone, and I remember this too. You rented your phone from the phone company. That was part of your paying. When you were done, you were supposed to give the phone back. Like if you moved, you were supposed to give the phone back.
It's
and
like
everything. Yeah.
Dish
And
receivers.
and so if you died and you closed off that number, you're supposed to give the phone back. Well, I mean, this phone was literally a piece of history. It's just a plain old phone, but it was a piece of history. And so, was it the secretary, I think?
No, it's some guy, other one, his friend.
They hid the phone.
So they stole it
They
from
stole
Bell.
the phone from the phone company.
From the Bell company.
Mountain Bell.
Yeah,
Mountain
something
Bell.
like this.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's Mountain. It's Pacific Bell.
But it's funny, I think.
Mountain Bell's what I grew up with. So yeah, I do think it's funny, and I think it's precious that people know things are historic, because that could have just gone to somebody else, and they would have had no idea what phone they were using.
You know what? I wish I had 360 photos.
Oh yeah.
They'll be take 360s. Okay, so there's a globe there. What interesting about the space, because he designed the space to actually live there, because you can see he have his table, he have a piano, but on another side he have also kitchen.
It's a little apartment, tiny
Yeah,
apartment in there.
and he actually
A lot of couches.
yeah, in the other room where you'll see kind of museum, it's actually where he slept sometimes. And here's interesting thing. This is shot of the window. So what's happening with windows there? The windows does not open. When they designed this office, they put it first, one of the first they put an air conditioning system inside, and it was expensive and everything. And he don't want people to open windows for air conditioning. So they actually, none of the windows can be open. And one time he was working very late, Walt Disney, and he had a panic attack. So he go in his place and he cannot open his window. So he actually broke his window.
Oh,
And
nice.
his office and have it only one place where actually you can open windows afterwards.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
I didn't know he had panic attacks.
Oh, he did one time. Anyway, he is very interesting. But yeah, in his office, because he feels
a real
claustrophobic,
person, yeah.
he cannot open windows, and it was panicking. So it's the reason why I took shot of the window, because
of that story.
of the story. Kind of was interesting. But yeah, right there, phone. You can see the phone
There's
on
the
the back.
phone.
Yep, that is that one.
Special phone.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of these, Mickey Mouse, all stuff. And when you go to the other side behind me, well, actually on the left side, it's a kitchen. And I think I have shots of the kitchen as well in a second. So yeah, a lot of photos. Sorry, guys. And I already trimmed down like maybe it's a 1/10 of the photos only here. You can see more of the windows, more of the tables, all the teeny tiny details. And then, yeah, every detail. So if we want to restore
Wow,
it,
that's the same office.
because there you go. Yeah, it's same office, and
There's the kitchen.
kitchen on the back.
I want.
He
that's
have it
cool.
drinks, and they actually have it some original. Well, not original, but food from the time, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't
They
think
have
it's still
cupboards
good.
that
Yeah.
have representations of the kind of food that they kept in the cupboards there.
Norman Rockwell. I like Norman Rockwell. And so after studio, you kind of keep on. You can see all of his memorabilia. They try to put it like it was working areas, like they was doing. So even baggy. And yeah, right there, it's kitchen. She kind of showing us and how he like drinks. And after you walk out to the side behind, oh, there you go. There's canister V8 and some beans and some other spam and other things right there. So a lot of fun things. And then you're going to this room. You can see right here. It's like hallway. It's where his bedroom was before, but now
Well,
it's
now it's
like
a
museum.
kind of a museum area.
So you can see the windows opening. So yeah, this is kind of museum with all the stuff they have there. Memorabilia like shaving, hats, every other things. And you can see it's kind of additional couch. This is what was before there where he used to sleep.
The museum of the museum.
They actually lost a lot of stuff of this. So in that room
Yeah.
is why they
They
don't
had to
have it.
recreate it. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to recreate. Okay. The additional, all this information was there. Walt Disney, Roy Disney, all memorabilia. It's hard to see on a photos. It's way better when you look. And other things is interesting. So after tour was done, she's like, "Oh, thank you for coming. There's a special memorabilia pins for you." So they
Yeah,
give it to
that
us.
was
Kind of
nice.
nice things
That
to
was very
remember
nice.
about Disney. Well, that is just one part of the tour. I know you guys. It's already 40 minutes. Wow. So after we walk outside and we walk by animation, another building right here you can see in the Seven Dwarfs they build.
Yeah.
And
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
right
we
up there.
cannot go
It was
inside,
pretty
but
cool.
the up front of this was the area. You remember? Well,
Yeah,
up front
where we couldn't go.
Well, kind of we can
We
go. They have a
could go, but
statue
they
there
they were getting an event ready.
from Fantasia. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of, but it's handprints. If you remember, was in.
Yeah.
So we take some right there, handprints of the stars.
Of the animators and the stars, people who have gotten, what do they call it? A lifetime Disney
Awards.
awards,
Right there.
like
Who's this
people
one?
who've contributed to Disney in some way.
So, but sadly for us, there was preparing for some event there,
Yeah,
so we cannot.
couldn't really.
We just can go on a side only, but it still be very interesting just to walk and see
If
all
they'd
of
had
this.
the event, we couldn't have even gone there. So they were preparing so we could go to past some of these.
Yeah. So I need a bunch of hands. Well, they have it Frank Jewell's buildings. It's the storage one, I think,
Yeah.
for the film storage. And then you walk in another building where they have the animation stuff. You remember? The archive.
Yeah, the archive. I was like, so the actual archives where they keep
Working.
it. So there's the vault. I don't know what they keep in the vault right now. Do they still keep that stuff down? But this is the actual like a working archive using library practices and all that kind of stuff.
Research and other stuff what they do.
Yeah, if you wanted to go research something, you can go there with your credentials and everything like that.
And there are actual books you can actually read, pull out, and all this other information. So this is, and you go inside, it was kind of nice display. They're rotating those displays.
Every book ever written about Disney.
Yep, almost,
there,
yeah.
And they have a lot of different
and
things.
the interesting things, because they explain you can after walk, look around, all the stuff, the chairs where Disney was sitting. They also display of all of this, memorabilia. And there's Alice in the Wonderland.
That was fun to go to. I would have loved to have stayed there for a while.
The interesting things you almost can tell about every teeny tiny small things. Like, for example, this chair.
Oh, that chair.
You remember? It's a pattern of this chair. It was inspired the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
It was using the Haunted Mansion patterns there. So
Why did they put is the chair in the Haunted Mansion, or that's just
the pattern?
inspiration?
The pattern. But it's a lot of things.
I didn't hear that story.
Well, a lot of things there. Almost every small things you can take it and like fox. What does this come from? I mean, every small things it's have it history.
Yes, everything has a history.
So it was Walt Disney, Roy Disney. So it's kind of, and of course, Snow White, Sand Dwarfs one that started. So all these cool things, Mickey Mouse. Again, this is our group. We did not have a very big group, which is kind of nice. A small group was very nice. And here's Amy holding real Oscar. So yes,
They let us hold an Oscar.
a real Oscar.
What that tells you is how many they have lying around there. If they're going to let you hold one.
So yeah, well, and there's Amy holding Oscar.
The Donald Duck chair. All right, this is what Doc Daka says. That was a Donald Duck chair from the Haunted Mansion. That makes a lot of. That rings the bell to me.
How say?
That rings the bell to me.
Yes, Amy remembers something. I remember, but I forgot already.
Yeah.
I wish I can record voice, but they don't let us record what they're saying. It was because a lot of info.
Yeah,
And
there's
sadly,
a lot of. Yeah, I
no
would have
recording
liked
allowed.
that.
There's me happy, and that Oscar is very heavy. It's actually heavy things. Okay, so right there, me with Oscar. Okay, there's Amy and I don't know what it says there.
I think we're gonna have a bigger computer here to be running also.
Okay, so right here, when you walk out of the archive and you walk a little bit more in hallway, they have this old equipment. This is one of them, how they shot animations. And you know what? Funny, when I look at this, it's like exactly almost same what I have it when I was filming, when I was doing cell animation. Because I look like, it's look almost like this. I remember. The only different, our cameras work, this is a 35 millimeters camera, so it's a little bit thicker. We was working on 16 and 35 millimeters, so it's a little bit different one sizes cameras, but usually you can change. But yeah, this is look so familiar. Only our table was a little bit bigger. because
Nostalgia.
we can slide. It is. For me, it was like, oh, I remember those. But you know what? I still even have it. Just a second. Yeah, it's nostalgia right there. Okay. So tell you. Yeah, look right here.
He has a little collection of cameras up
I have a
there.
collection cameras, but when
that one is.
When I was little, even before studio, I want to do cell animations, and I want to do at home. So I draw on piece of papers, And this is before cell phone, before video, before anything. So my mom, she this is like super expensive, was in Soviet Union. So she bought this camera for me. You can put a Super 8 film inside. I don't know, guys. And it's different, was expensive because you can have it single shot. None of the camera, most camera you push, then you just like recording. See, it's still working. So it's all working. But you can do only one single shot on this one camera. So I remember I was filming. I put it down. You unscrew this bottom top and you put it to the tripod, and I used to do cartoons this camera. So this is my first camera when I was like 11 or 10. It's where I was doing cartoons with this animation. So it's kind of cool memories for me. It's I enjoy this studio. And right here is that setup for the cameras. This is actually multiplane one somewhat, because multiplane you can put them on different level, and when you have the camera up and down, you can have it this
That was one of his inventions and one of their patents.
Field, depth of field, you can create it. So yeah, it's kind of, and you can see multi-layer. Use it quite a bit in Japan
Don't
as
they
well.
have something like that in this model on the inside?
Kind
they
of,
had more than
yeah,
one
we have it
little-
right behind
like
Amy.
Lego does.
3Ds. Well, they have this, and also you remember they was using something like this
yeah.
as the board. So you put it down, a light box. So it's
So
a
that
light
you
box
can trace
to
what
trace.
was under. Yeah, so
Yep.
you could see it and trace it.
Okay. Yeah, and it was kind of fun here. And yeah, I took a lot of photos of those ones of everything. Please do not touch. And interesting things, because you're staying like on the bottom, they have photos, and she says, hey, you know what, guys, look up. And when you look up, you can see up there on the top, you cannot see it, but on the top it was Iron Man suit there from movie.
Yep.
So
That
it
was
was kind of
fun.
very interesting.
Yep.
Because Disney now they actually
Marvel.
absorb the like blob, absorbing stuff. They took it, Marvel, Fox, everything.
What I think Walt Disney is trying is
And you know what?
storytelling, and they were all the
Is it
talent.
Steve Jobs don't died? It was very close. Then Apple absorbed Disney.
Wow.
It was when Pixar, after he sold Pixar, and Pixar come to part of the Disney. But that was very close. We may know Apple dash Disney.
Wow.
So it was very, very close
I'm
on that
kind
one.
of glad that didn't happen.
Well, yeah. So right here, more stuff was inside. Then they have a kind of explanation what cell animations, how it's work, all the stuff, how the painting, and you can see. And for me, it's a very familiar process. Was just memory, go back to memories, remembering. And interesting things, because when Walt Disney, they did it, cell animations, they cannot find some colors does not. So they process properly, fall out from the celluloid, so he going to process. And just let you know, when I say it's celluloid, in America, do you say celluloid?
Celluloid?
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's actually celluloid. It's made from sugar, and it's extremely flammable. So, and it's why a lot of studios got in fire. And it's actually changed only in the 60s and 70s when they start, say, film. Before it still be celluloid, because I remember when I was a kid, we used to stealing the film and make smoke bombs and other ones out of this. It was very fun. Yeah, we used to do that film to do from celluloid because it's a sugar based. Okay, and right here you can see all of that stuff. Kind of fun. Again, how they're creating. I love this. I'm geek out on that one. And right there, yeah, you can see right here. You can see that on the back, that metal
just
one.
barely. The big one
Big
from the first
metal one,
Iron
yeah.
Man movie. Yeah. That he built in the caves.
Another interesting things about these suits, they did develop in 3D as a model, and actually that one model had more polygons than the red one.
Really?
Yeah, that one had because
Because it
more
was all
angles,
beat up.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to have it. It was like 2 or 3 times more polygons
Because
than
the other
ones.
one's supposed to be smooth, and that
Yeah,
one's
so.
not.
Well, here's this hidden Mickey Amy found on the way out. You remember?
Yeah.
You all can see like, look, shadows, it's Mickey. And you can see Minnie and Mickey
Yeah.
right there hugging each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that
And
was
you
cute.
kind of don't pay any attention when it's
There's
if it
lots of
starts.
little details like that, of course. So
So yeah, it was. Well, This is water tower, the classic, and they decorate this, if I'm right, for different time of seasons. So we walk more, and next when you walk by the stages. Some of them they don't let to do this film.
Yeah.
But one of the stages was where they actually have it like deep down and they can fill up with the water. It's
Yeah.
where they film Captain Nemo, I think. You know, old one where the octopus fighting another Kraken. Have you
It's
seen
not
the old
20,000 leagues.
20
under the-
leagues, yeah, 20,000 leagues to that one.
Leagues under the sea. Okay, yeah.
So that one we was passing by. This is archive, film archive. It's where they store it, not other ones. So it's this one.
They're different.
So yeah, it was kind of fun. And you come back to area after you walk through all of this stuff, the showing, and you back to where you started.
Yeah.
And it says, okay, now thank you, go spend money. And it is.
That's
It's,
what they said.
it was very fun. I mean, how to say it's there's a lot of history. There's a lot of cool history behind that. So what do you think? What do you like best about that trip?
I loved being in the office during that trip. I just liked, because I had read biographies of Walt Disney or listened to biographies of Walt Disney, and to see like this is the place, and I already knew the story about Ray Bradbury that I told you about. His secretary said, "Now, you're only take an hour. You only have an hour." The secretary is trying to keep control of this, and Ray Bradbury was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I won't take that much time." Ray Bradbury thought the secretary was talking about him making sure, but it was Walt Disney. It was Walt that made it go longer and longer, and just that kind of real humanness, coupled with the brilliance and the friendship. And Walt Disney was a person that loved the world, loved people, wanted to make something good for the world, and you could just feel it there. You could feel it in that office, right?
Yep. Okay, so
Oh,
go ahead.
yeah. So I've been talking. He's been collecting books, but I just whatever else has happened, a lot of good has come out of that room in that studio.
No,
Yeah,
this one I think.
Oh yeah, this one. This is a very good book.
I think this is like if you anything in Walt Disney, this is a must read or listen.
And
It's one of the best book I
it's
think.
one of the best books. Here.
It's a thick book.
It's a thick book, but this is one way you can tell that a book is well researched. These are the citations. This is how much is citations.
Like a 1/3 book. No, just-
I like citations a
well,
lot.
Amy is, if you guys don't know, she have a degree in history,
Yeah,
and it's what she done, and spend
have
time in archives.
yeah. I have a master's in history, but yeah, if you good biographies, and this is a scholarly book that is well written and easy for anybody to read and enjoyable, very enjoyable to read, and so that's how you tell a good book is if it has a lot of good citations.
There you go.
Well
You can hold.
researched.
This is another one book. If you're interested, this is an encyclopedia. It's more reference manuals. We like it, and it's like
If you
A to Z.
if you're a fan and you just want to look up what,
There you
and
go.
you can,
Out of camera,
yeah,
Emma.
this is sorry, out of camera what. So you can this is just, it is. It's just a reference book, and it's like quick, like an encyclopedia, quick encyclopedia. So you can kind of get a handle on some little concept.
Well, this one is Walt Disney Archive. It's about the movies from 21, I think, to 1960. I don't remember which year. It's one of them. They have it another history. So how to say, we have tons of books. Some of them cool photos, illustrations. You know, you can see those two books kind of very nice. You have another one with Mickey. You can tell we like that. And this one is You actually
I
can
think
learn
that's
how to draw.
That one's like a kid's one, I think, almost.
Oh, not kids. I love it.
Kids
Hey,
at heart, there's nothing
but
wrong
it's
with
still
that.
how you can draw because it is.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, it's very
So
nice.
if you have someone who wants to be an illustrator and loves, this is good. This is good stuff.
Well, and when you succeeded, you can get like this, the comic books, and it's book of Mickey, and this is nice. It's interesting because when he asked, oh, I forgot what's his name, Godfrey.
Yeah,
Godfrey.
Floyd got.
So he come to him and he says, "Hey, we have this project. Can you draw a few comics for us, just temporary?"
He was already a comic strip for a newspaper. He did comics for a newspaper, and he wanted to be an animator. He was done with that, so he got on the job with Disney, and they're like, "Hey, we understand you've done this with the newspaper. Like, we just need you to fill in here for a couple weeks."
Yep, and it's a couple
And
weeks.
that was the rest of his life.
What is 20, 30 years
But
later?
honestly, Floyd Gottfredson is the person responsible for the character of Mickey Mouse.
So yeah, it was a lot of
He's
comics.
the one that made that character the lovable guy that we all know that we love.
And another book, it's an official guide. Well, it's the Disneyland story, an official guide. And you can say a lot of marks.
Is that
Amy put
unofficial?
it.
Oh yeah, that one's mine. It's
Yeah,
an
it's
unofficial. Oh,
Amy.
the unofficial, yeah. This is also a really good book too. Unofficial basically means Disney didn't say, "Please write this book for us," but you don't. As long as it's well researched and.
So it overall, I will say it is well worth.
Absolutely.
If you like it, if you like the history of animations, if you like history of Disney, just history, and you think you want to be animator or kind of going with this, it's must because.
Or if you just like Disney and also you want
Just
to study the effect of movies and animation on culture.
Yeah, I think
It's changed our world.
it is. Well, I'm sure we're probably going coming here one more time again, and we'll have friends who want to come with us, and you can do this. You actually, because we're both D23 members, and you can bring with you just one guest. So and we have people who want to go there.
Yeah.
So we'll probably go there with them one more time, but I don't know when.
Cool.
Summer, fall, sometime.
Sometime.
We'll figure out. Well, hopefully that will be even more educated.
Yeah.
Because now you know. You
Now
was
I'll
there
know,
before.
and I'm going to take notes, and then I'm going to ask
And bring
the
voice
cool
recorder
questions.
and say, "Can I record voice?" I don't think voice.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, so
Maybe
we'll
you
see this.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's all for today. Oh, you want to see what's going on? What's happening for those who are
Ooh, this
interested?
is what I'm going to do next week.
So
Next week,
we
I'm
going
excited for this.
Wednesday.
Huh?
Wednesday we're flying to Disneyland. We'll be there,
Mm-hmm.
and on Friday we'll be streaming the first day of the holidays there. I think they will have a parade and they will have a Christmas light up first time.
Yep.
So we'll try to stream all of that, hopefully without crashing.
Hopefully, we'll figure this out.
So we'll figure out. But yes, we'll do that, and
I think we do
show
pretty
you.
well. Almost better on the mobile ones about
It is.
crashing, not
Well,
me, not me controlling the camera. That one.
No, the reason is why actually because on the mobile we have a special software which is keep it alive, and
Oh.
this one is different. This one, if it's
Maybe
done,
we
it's kind
should
of
stick
kill
your
it.
phone up there.
Maybe, who knows?
I've heard of setups like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, that is what's happening. So we're going to build new stuff. Go there.
Vladimir's done a BB-8, the classic, and I did the classic R2D2 at the time.
So then we're going.
And this time I'm going to do a BB-8, but I want him to be a Christmas BB-8.
So,
I love
well,
Christmas.
hang
It's
on a
my
Christmas
favorite
tree.
one. I'm going to turn BB-8 into like a Christmas bauble, you know.
Christmas
he's too
toy.
heavy. He's too heavy to like an ornament. Too heavy to hang on a tree, but
I wonder if he can put it things, like rails around the Christmas tree and let them just go around in circles. Because if you
I
have
like
rails,
that idea.
they will stay in
I like
rails.
that idea.
So then you'll have it your Christmas tree. Exactly.
You'd just be complaining going all the way around that.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you. And if you come back after our crush, appreciate. Well, not crush,
Very
but
much.
last.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. Seriously, that was very weird.
Well, it happens, and you're not watching this live anyway, so
Yeah.
most of you.
Okay, well, we'll see you next time. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you live, hopefully on a Friday from Disneyland.
From Disneyland. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Have a nice one. Bye.